are ready, go ahead and take a seat in your chair, whichever chair you've chosen. And to ground ourselves down, we'll scoot towards the edge of the seat, plant those sits bones firm through the pads of the feet, and begin with eyes closed maybe, to just let the body sink and melt down into your seat. Relax those glutes, right? Each butt cheek. Soften the toes, your thighs, your shoulders, your tongue. For a moment, just melt and ground down. You might even imagine with this weighted feeling, this grounding sensation, that those ethereal roots from your root chakra are growing down into the earth. If it feels good to imagine that, let those roots grow down now. And then once those roots are firmly planted, on an inhale, pressing down through the roots, lift tall through the trunk of the body. Grow like the seed that is nourished from the roots. And then once you find your height, relax your shoulders down. You might blink your eyes open when you're ready. Our Manipura is our focus today. This is our solar plexus chakra. It's in this space at the lowest part of the rib cage and just above the belly button here at the front of the body. You might think of this as like your tummy area, or a place that holds a lot of anxiety, right? Emotions here in the belly. And then our Manipura extends all the way to the back body as well. So you might place hands at the front and back body and simply breathe into your Manipura. So on your next breath in, feel this space expand front to back. As you exhale, feel it soften and release. Focusing just on really filling and stretching this area, no matter how big or small that sensation is. Becoming aware of it. Now you might hang out just like this with hands bracing your solar plexus if that feels good. Otherwise, you might place them atop the thigh, and we'll play with what's called the breath of life. And the breath of life works like this. From those ethereal roots, on an inhale, you're going to draw energy up through those roots. Let it pour through the body, through all the chakras, and then it's going to hang out right up here above the head. So this chakra that we'll learn about later, the crown chakra, is the connection between the physical and the intangible. And so as you breathe that energy up through the chakras, you hold it here in this powerful place, right? On your exhale, you take the exhale nice and slow and drop that energy down into the solar plexus and let it settle. So one more time, it looks like this. Inhale, draw the energy up through the chakra. We'll hold here at the crown for a moment. Exhale, let it drop into the Manipura. Let's take a deep inhale to cleanse our breath. Exhale, let's start together. Deep breath in, pull the energy up. Fill the body as you hold that breath in at the crown. And then exhale, let that energy slowly melt into the solar plexus chakra. When you're ready, an inhale once again draws that energy up through the chakras. Hold it in this tangible and intangible place of power. And then exhale, send that energy into the Manipura. Let's do this a few more times at the pace of your own breath. Holding that full breath, and then slowly send that energy. once or twice more at your own pace. I know I'm doing these physical movements. They're not required. They're just a physical feedback for what's happening in your body. Once more, if you'd like. Oftentimes, to break open a stuck chakra wheel, all we need is awareness and breath. But we're going to add movement to this as well. When you're ready, release those hands. Let's warm up the hips, pressing down through the pads of the feet, lengthening through the top of the head. You're going to find that pencil at the top of the head. And start making circles, keeping the spine nice and long. Moving at the hips, letting those circles on the ceiling grow and grow. This is our first big hip movement, right? Our first big body movement beyond the breath. So take it nice and slow. As you draw these circles, maybe you feel in the body where the effort grows, where the sensation shifts and transforms as you move. Can you notice in your mind's eye what that feels like? And if you're not sure, slow your movement down. Give your mind time to connect, identify with sensation. You don't have to name it. Definitely don't judge it, right? But feel and notice. Let those circles grow, and you might keep the hands atop the thighs, supporting the upper body. You might bring them to the heart center, or maybe palms to the Manipura. A few more biggest circles your body wants to make, all while pressing length through the spine, right through the pencil of your body. On an exhale, pause and switch directions. Big, slow circles. However the body says yes to. Take your time. And then as the heart rounds forward, slow to a stop, find a little fold here. Now you might really brace through the hands and then bend the elbows to lower the heart and belly. You might let the hands melt down towards the earth. Maybe you keep the head nice and long with the spine. Maybe you let it hang down loose. Notice what the body delights in this morning. What feels good? What feels curious? When you're ready, pressing firm through the pads of your feet down in those roots. On an inhale, sweep the arms up. Let's rise. Exhale, palms at the heart center. Heel toe the feet out nice and wide into your version of goddess. And then once more, start these hip circles. Start them out small. We're not in a rush. And let them grow. Notice how it feels, changing where your roots are planted. As sensation shifts, arises, moves through the body while you're doing this, can you notice it? Can you let it be? Can you keep your jaw and tongue soft as you do this? Big, slow circles. And then slowly roll to a stop and switch directions. Each time the body rounds forward, I want you to really focus on pressing down through the pads of the feet. You might notice the knees want to collapse inward. Keep those thighs nice and open, your anchors nice and strong, so that you can continue to really move from the pelvic bowl. So much is happening to support and strengthen the body while you move stuck energy through your solar plexus. Our chakras are so deeply aligned with the neuroscience of modern day that it's wild. We're going to roll to a stop. Find your way upright. From here, I want you to place the hands, fingertips pointed inward, and then we're going to use the heels of our hands to press the hips open, right? Heels of the hands press the hips open. And then when you're ready, you're going to drop that left shoulder down. Now you might notice maybe it feels good with these fingertips pointed inward. And we're really lengthening through the spine, dropping that left shoulder down. And then as you drop it, both hands become an anchor to turn the heart center. If you were here Monday morning, we talk about our Manipura, our solar plexus, as the hinge point for our twists. So this is a little twist here, and you're going to twist the heart center and then gaze over that right shoulder. Beautiful. When you're ready, rise up. Now I want you to try it this time, heels in, fingertips out, pressing those thighs open. And then when you're ready, again, drop that left shoulder down, gaze over that back right shoulder. We're pressing back through the heels of the hands, lengthening through the spine and the neck, twisting that heart center, looking over that back shoulder. And then decide, once you rise up into a neutral seat, which way feels better. Take a moment, experiment, play. And then on your next exhale, drop that opposite shoulder down. Again, we're pressing the inner thigh away. And we're really using our hands as an anchor to turn the heart center. So I'm pressing into the heel of my left hand, right? Pressing into the heel of my right and using it to turn the heart and to gaze back behind that left shoulder. So taking time to be here. On an inhale, you might lengthen up. Exhale, dip the opposite shoulder. Take your time. Nice and slow. You might move with the breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Really playing with twisting through the rib cage and the heart center. Playing with the placement of your hands so that you can really feel this twist in the solar plexus, through the mid-back, maybe even up into the neck and shoulders. Where do you feel it on you? A few more times, back and forth. And then on an inhale, rise up tall. Beautiful. Let's heel toe the feet back in to our traditional Tadasana. On an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, lower that right arm. Reach the left hand over towards that right wall. Remain here for a moment. So we're going to press down through this right leg. Press down through that left leg. And then we're going to press all of that length up into the left side of the body and out through those fingertips. And then can you feel us stretching the side of the rib cage? You might notice, right, that your solar plexus area isn't just the front and the back, it's also the sides. So take a moment, breathe space into your side body, and then on an inhale of your choice, sweep the arms up. Exhale, switch sides. Taking your time to get there, grounding through those feet. Again, pressing down through the roots so that you can lengthen into this curve. And then breathe space into that side body. Can you just place your awareness here? There's a lot going on in the body right now, right? But can you just notice how the breath fills the rib cage, the side body? And then on your next inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, switch sides. Let's go with the flow. Inhale to rise, exhale to lower. Each time that you exhale and reach, you're also rooting down through the feet. Inhale, rise up. On your next breath in, keep those hands pressed skyward. As you exhale, we're going to take a big twist, or on your next exhale, please continue breathing. Let's do this. On an inhale, press down through the roots, lift tall through the fingertips. As you exhale, you're going to take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand might plant behind you or on the low back. And again, we're twisting from the place of the solar plexus. So the hands become anchors to twist that upper body and heart center. And again, we're just gazing over that right shoulder. As you hang out in this twist, breathe space into the belly, especially this upper belly area. And just notice how it feels to wring out the spine, to squeeze the organs out, and then to also breathe space into that area at the same time. This is huge work for releasing tension, for creating mind-body awareness. We don't know how much that heals us. The world is slowly learning. When you're ready, release. On an inhale of your choice, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, switch sides. Anchor and turn. Take your time getting into this twist. Readjust your anchors, readjust your arms. This is also, as you're anchoring here through the palms, an opportunity to maybe squeeze the shoulder blades back as you twist. What does that feel like? And then breathe space into this squeeze in the body. You might just imagine anything that's stuck in the solar plexus, muscles, energy, feelings, however it manifests for you, whatever your imagination says is there. Imagine now with each exhale, you release it. You're squeezing it out of the body. Stay here for as long as you like and unravel to neutral when you're ready. From here, let's open up the hips a little more. Let's take some folds and then let's get into some sun salves. So I'm going to grab my strap. You don't need to. We're going to do a figure 4. So I'm going to bring my feet a little closer than hip distance apart, crossing my left ankle over my right thigh. Now the beauty of this is you're going to grab that strap and bring it up. And we roll our eyes at props because we think they're for people who can't do the real whatever that means. And the beautiful thing is that props bring a layer of awareness that oftentimes aids your healing in ways that you never thought possible. So no shame here, my friend. The heel of that left hand finds that inner thigh. Press it down, roll it away. And then just like we always forget, lower the shoulder down from the ear. Press using the strength of your arm. And then you might hang out just like this because it's beautiful. You might on an inhale find length through the trunk. Exhale, melt the heart and the belly. And then I gently tuck my tummy into this empty space as I fold. And the real kicker is it's not how low you go, right? The kicker is with each inhale, can you lengthen through your spine? And with each exhale, can you melt the heart and the belly a little more? And as you lengthen through your spine, what you're doing is you're bringing an even more intense stretch to your hips and the whole back body. Awareness does amazing things. It's not about the shapes you make. If you'd like, you might melt the top of the head down towards the earth. Let your jaw and tongue relax. You can hang out just like this in this fold, or you can find a folded twist. I'm going to slide my left hand on over towards my ankle or foot. Maybe you might even grab that heel. And then using this as a brace, we're going to sweep that right arm open up towards the sky, and then you're going to let your eyes follow it. This left hand becomes an anchor to turn from the solar plexus. Hold for as long as you like and release when you're ready. Rise up. Let's switch sides. Whew. My hips are like, ma'am, you did not ask our permission for this. Heel of the hand, down and away. Relax into intensity. Lower those shoulders from the ears. Our body wants to clench when feels get big, right? Whether it's emotional or physical intensity, our muscles, our fascia braces for it. So in these places, each time they brace, we soften them. We're retraining them, right? Just like we're retraining our nervous system. On an inhale, you might find length. On an exhale, melt the belly and heart. Take it slow, right? Each breath in is a new opportunity to lengthen. Each exhale, a new opportunity to surrender. As you continue to melt and soften in the midst of whatever intensity bubbles up, you might once again find that breath of life, pulling that energy up from the root chakra, pouring it up through to the crown, and then exhale. You might bring it down into the Manipura, or you might even send it into a place in your body that's feeling intense right now, right? That breath as you exhale is powerful, and send it where you like. And notice what happens as that powerful breath makes space, softens, and releases. From this fold, and you'll notice this side ain't folding for me like the other side does. From this fold, right hand braces right foot or ankle. Find your twist when you're ready, right? Let it be messy. Do what feels right in your physical form. Release back into the fold when you're ready. Rise up. Whew. All right, all right, all right. For those of y'all familiar with some sun cells, let's run through 2 of them. But take this at your own pace. I'm cueing with the breath. Y'all, do it with your own breath. Feel confident in your movements. Planting your feet in Tadasana, finding those roots. On an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, half lift, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold once more. Press firm through the feet, and on your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up. We find ourselves in chaturanga, so lengthen the legs out, and keeping the spine nice and long, we lean back. Hands above the head, hands at the heart. You might even do hands at the frickin' solar plexus. And we're gonna hold this chaturanga however you would like to hold it for 3 more big body breaths. And the body is likely going to shake, and you're going to want to hold your breath and control that shake. Let it go. This is stuck energy. This is habitual tension leaving your body. On an inhale, rise tall through the spine. Find yourself in cobra. So find an arch in the back. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Heart and belly pump forward. You might inhale, sweep those arms up and back. Here we are, opening up the heart, lifting through the top of our head, cobra. This is a great opportunity to breathe space into that solar plexus. As you lift through the heart, can you also feel that space being made down in the solar plexus? When you're ready, straighten that spine back to neutral, and we take a lean forward into our downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This nice V we're making with the body. On your next inhale, rise up tall, bend those knees, Tadasana. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, your version of a fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, melt it down. Inhale, rise up, Chaturanga. Hold your version. Soften through the jaw and the tongue, the front of the throat. And then breathe space into that solar plexus. Let it shake. Let it shimmy if that's what it wants. 3 more big body breaths if it feels right. That's right. Let it be. On your next inhale, rise up to your cobra. Open through the heart. Arch that back. Fill that solar plexus with each breath in. Exhale when you're ready, downward dog. Hold here for a breath or 2. Relax your jaw. Feel your power as you press down through your roots. And then on an inhale, sweep it back up to Tadasana. Exhale, palms at the heart center. Beautiful. Let's take some time for a very short final Shavasana. We'll take our corpse pose however the heck we want to. Typically in my seat, I lean all the way back, support the length of my spine. You might melt the whole body down. You might place hands on that solar plexus just to pour some love and awareness into that area. Maybe you close your eyes as your body softens. Take a few of those big cleansing breaths. Maybe you come back to that breath of life, pulling it up from the roots and then dropping it back down into the solar plexus. Melt and be here. This is where we integrate. This is where we soak up all the things that we've been doing for the last half hour with even more awareness so that they stick with us, so that they permeate every cell of our being, so that each time we leave this practice, we walk away to go live this yoga. Take some time to let it settle in. The power you have to heal through your own awareness. It's a power that no one can give you. It lives inside you. And here you are unwrapping it, cracking it wide open, and letting it shine bright. And how appropriate, because your Manipura chakra is aligned with the sun. sun energy. This is where you shine bright. Let your power, your awareness, the work that you've done to connect with self melt in for a few more breaths. When you're ready, you might begin a gentle wiggle of the toes. You might lengthen them and curl them back in. Start some ankle circles and just slowly bring that movement up into the knees, the hips. As you do this, can you keep the jaw, the shoulders, the hands soft? We're just awakening the low body. Taking a moment to wiggle and move only the parts we're intending to, and keep everything else so soft, like it wants to fall asleep from the waist up. Beautiful. Bring that movement then up into the chest, the shoulders. Let it melt down into the fingertips. Bring it up into the neck. We move and awaken with awareness, knowing that even this part is healing, right? Beautiful. You might end your practice with palms on that solar plexus, maybe one hand on the heart, one hand on the solar plexus. Take some time to pour out some gratitude on you for showing up. This is powerful work, and it's a gift of healing you give yourself. And as you heal you, you heal the world around you. You heal your community. This is not selfish work. This is selfless work. So thank you. And remember that the light and the dark in me sees the light and the dark in you. And we are the same.